So this is our last chapter, and it is on exception handling. Exception handling is built into pretty much all languages, and it involves putting code that could throw an exception into what's called a try block. Right below the try block, you have what's called a catch block, and the catch block handles the error. So the program does not abnormally terminate. It keeps running because the catch block is handling the error. Then there is also a finally block, which is optional. It's typically used to close resources like files and that type of thing. So you're going to be learning how to code exception handling in C#. Okay? And so we are going to go through the whole chapter. And here is a video that explains all the coding examples and the chapter. And then you're going to do your last understanding check and your last lab assignment. Yay. So the understanding checks, you kind of know how those work. And the lab assignment has 3 exercises that you will be adding exception handling to. So if you go through here, there is a video that explains exactly what you have to do. But you can see here, I'm actually giving you some code, and you're going to be adding the exception handling to the code. Okay, and I've actually given you an example of what that'll look like. Okay, and then here is another program that you'll be adding some exception handling to, giving you another example of what that'll look like when you're done and how it's going to look when you run it. Okay, and then finally, you are going to be adding try, catch, and finally to a program that you wrote. And if you can't find the one that you wrote, you can copy the code from one that I wrote. But this is from an array assignment from chapter 6. Okay, and then you're going to take an exercise from chapter 3, and you're going to be adding exception handling to that. Okay, so that is the last assignment. And I did include all of the links that are in the ebook. Plus, I've got some additional resources for you to take a look at if you are kind of fuzzy about exception handling. And please reach out if you do have any questions or if you run into problems. And have an awesome week.